Can you imagine what it would be like to live in a country that has faced civil war for over 10 years? That's exactly what the current culture is in Syria. They are located between Turkey and Iraq, and they have been at war since 2011. Now, luckily, the war is coming to an end, and that is fantastic news. But as you can imagine, it has had some everlasting impacts on this country. One of the things that has not changed, however, are their traditional values and their views on marriage and family, and we'll definitely get back to that. Now that the war is coming to an end, Syria is considered a socialist country, and we'll discuss more about what that means. They also have three branches of government, but it's not quite what you might think it is. The biggest change to Syria over the course of this decade has been on their economy and their jobs. Now, as I hinted at, Syria is a socialist country, which means that ideally they would have government regulated resources that would be distributed fairly amongst their citizens. Unfortunately, that's not always the case, and it does lead to a loss of personal freedoms. The biggest impact on Syria has been that their GDP was cut in half between the years of 2007 and 2014. Additionally, the job market has become a little bit scarce. Their original source of jobs, their main source of jobs in Syria prior to 2011, were mineral and oil exports. Unfortunately, those have practically stopped. What used to be a country who was in the top 5 crude oil producers is now basically not even on the list, sadly. What started the civil war are their politics. So let's talk about what they are now. Syria technically now is considered a unitary republic, which has 3 branches of government. But those 3 branches of government look very different than they do here in the US. And unfortunately, their leader in power does currently practice a very authoritarian leadership style. They do have 2 political parties, the National Progressive Front and the Popular Front for Liberation and Change. Both of those political parties do base their beliefs and their political powers on their religious beliefs. And finally, let's talk about what stayed the same: marriage and family. So in Syria, just like in most aspects of their country, marriage and family beliefs are based on their religious beliefs. So the legal age does differ for men and women. Men are allowed to get married at the age of 18, whereas women need to be 17 in order to get married. Unfortunately, child marriages do still occur according to Hovering. There are expectations that are placed on men to be the breadwinners, to take on a traditional role of bringing home the bacon, and the women are expected to take care of the children. As you can imagine, because it is based on religious beliefs and also because it's very traditional, same-sex marriage is not legalized in Syria. Now, as I said, not a lot of things about this belief structure have changed. These are based on religious beliefs, and arranged marriages are extremely common in the country. And again, that's due to their religious beliefs. So in conclusion, there have been a lot of changes to Syria recently, and all we can do is look to the future. The effects on the political structure, family and marriage, and the economy and jobs are only just beginning. This is a country in recovery, and only time will tell where it goes from here. Thank you and have a good day.